Hello ENC students, this is your professor Michael Bloomingberg, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to week 4 of the semester, and this video is designed to introduce you to the assignments for week 4. So as always, I'm on our Blackboard homepage, and I'm going to click over here in the corner on weekly assignments. That's always the jumping on point. And then of course I'm going to go to the week 4 folder. And the place we always start is with the week 4 coursework. Those are always located at the top because they are the starting point. These documents let you know what you need to do each and every week. I always upload them as both Word and PDF files. So I'll go ahead and click on the PDF file. And as I do so, I'll ever so slightly readjust the camera. So readings this week, you are to read the building blocks of essays and the Right Stuff ebook. And just note that this is picking up where we left off last week. So I had you read the first part of the reading last week. You'll finish the reading this week, 483 to 496. And we've been having some really good discussion related to Wes Moore's The Work. So I'm asking you to read the worker number 1, pages 25 through 32. And chapter 2 of the lesson of the professional, that's pages 33 through 40. I've given you a stopping point of let's head to the Babel City. When you reach that point, you may stop. Activity this week from the ebook is activity 710. That's on page 166 of the ebook. Just note your instructions very carefully. You are to type out the features and details characteristic of the narrative descriptive mode in the essay. You won't mark them on the essay as in the instructions, because sometimes in the ebook the instructions kind of read as though you're working in the actual book, but of course we have the ebook, so that's not really feasible. But you should list specific revisions you would make as listed in the instructions on page 166. Okay? If you have questions about this activity, feel free to post in our class thread or shoot me an email. I know on the surface this can seem a little bit confusing, but really what I'm looking for you to do is just go through and mark again how you would revise that particular essay. Blackboard discussion this week relates to Wes Moore's The Work. And I want to note to you that both the deadline for activity 710 and the discussion assignment of the work, that's all going to be due by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, February 7th. So keeping in the same tradition of our usual deadlines. Blackboard discussion board thread is there, and I appreciate everybody who takes the time to post. It's a good forum if you have questions. But don't forget that you can also post comments as well if just something caught your eye this week, or anything that you would like to share with myself or the class, you can post in that forum. And my writing lab, it's the craft of writing. You started this module last week, but you're assigned to finish it this week, so the deadline is the same as with the other 2 assignments. 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, February 7th. So that's what's on the agenda this week. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go back to the week 4 coursework. Okay, and as I do so again, I'll readjust the camera. Try to get everything in there. Okay, the EText is here. Now if I just click back for a second, on 166, we'll take a look at the assignment in the EText. So again, I've provided you with a direct link there, so you'll just click it. For me, for whatever reason, it always pulls up zoomed in, so I'll have to zoom it out once it pulls up. Sometimes it takes it a minute to load in. It is loading in now. And there it is. Always, for whatever reason, zoomed in at 263%. I could probably go in and customize that somehow to make it not do that, but it's just as easy just to bring it down some. Let's take it down to say 100%. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit better. So again, the easiest way to navigate for the readings, you can just type it in, but I'm just going to look at 166 for the activity. And all I did was type that page number in, hit enter. That's going to take me to the activity. Now, this is where, of course, the essay begins. It's Half a Day by Nagub Musaf, if I'm pronouncing that right. So you're just identifying the features and detailed characteristics. So what you're going to have to do is actually read through the essay. Take some time to read that. It's a few pages long. Let's see, about 4 pages long. And then what you're going to do is just identify parts of the essay that you would consider revising or making changes to. And you'll want to especially note in the building blocks of essays the information regarding revising. I think that'll give you some good practice in that particular mode. So anyways, I'm going to click off the ebook because I think you get the idea at this point. As far as submitting goes, and I'm going to pull back so hopefully we can get everything in maybe a little bit better there. Activity 710 is right down here, and so you're going to click it, and it's the same as always. I've posted basically the same kinds of instructions. Your due date's at the top. If you want to leave me any comments about the assignment, you can. But remember, you're clicking Browse My Computer to attach your work. And this might be just a little bit out of camera range here. Although you can see it at the top. It really doesn't matter which submission you use, but right there is a submit. Or it's out of the view of the camera, but there is another submit down at the bottom. So again, that's pretty typical. Nothing really different there. And down at the bottom, but it's actually out of camera view. I've got the camera elevated a little bit here. But you should see a direct link to your learning path. It's below the Activity 710. It's just right down here. Excuse me. So I'm going to click on it, and that'll pull up the My Writing Lab. It's always a direct link into the Writing Lab. And there we are. And so Craft of Writing is module number 2. We've already done basic grammar. We did that the first 2 weeks. And last week and this week, of course, we're working on the Craft of Writing. It is a smaller module than basic grammar. Basic grammar had 11 topics. This one has 8, so let's click on it. Just like with last week, it's still the same. You've got your getting started, writing process, pre-writing, so on and so forth, all the way down to editing the paragraph. Sure, remember your overview and animation will help you with the lesson. You do need to work at least 1 recall and 1 apply before you attempt a post test. You need 80% or higher on your post test to turn this pencil over here into a star. So each topic, these things are always the same that match each different topic. The content's different, of course, but the layout is always the same. I think that's it, guys. If you have questions, feel free to post in our weekly forum, or you can always shoot me an email. Coming up very soon, we're going to be talking about the first essay assignment of the semester. It's kind of been a process that we've been building toward. So we're getting close. So we'll mix things up very soon. But if you have questions, let me know. But otherwise, good luck and take care, and more videos to come. Bye-bye.